let me make sure because I want to leave from.
Segue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. My name is William Cloud. I'm a faculty member here at the Graduate School of Social Work. When asked about my intersectional identities, I think probably of three different levels. One, that of being a child growing up as an African American child in the black community, as one identity that helped shape me, and then I think of two others that actually converged. Being a professional here at the Graduate School of Social Work, and being from that African American background here in this environment. Let me talk first about being a child in the African American community. Probably people will see this as a little odd, but it really is true. I was seen as a little different in the sense that many of my friends and buddies in the neighborhoods and so on referred to me as a little white boy. But because of my complexion, I was probably thought of as biracial. And in fact, my grandmother is white. And I got picked on a lot, actually. And I had to defend myself, I had to fight on occasion. But also, there were some advantages with that identity because of the way, because of my appearance. I got a few breaks sometimes that some of the other kids didn't get. But also, as I mentioned, I did get picked on. So I thought I would throw that in there as a bit of a interesting little caveat. In terms of here at the Graduate School of Social Work, I did choose to pursue this career. It's not something that was pushed on me. It was something that I sought, and when I joined the faculty here, I knew that this was a different world from the world that I grew up in, and I welcomed it, and I welcomed the challenge. In terms of a strength from my background coming into this situation, I would say that I came with a unique perspective in the sense that many of the populations that we're interested in serving here at the School of Social Work and other schools of social work, I could identify with. I had some personal experiences with. I had a pretty fair and deep understanding of some of these communities that were at risk. So that gave me an advantage in some way. And sometimes that advantage was a little frustrating because there would be things in textbooks or things that were being discussed in various meetings that really didn't comport with my experience as a person coming from inner city Black America. So the unique perspective, I think, is a strength. I guess the other would be that having overcome a lot of challenges to get here would be seen as a strength and something that I'm very proud of, actually. In terms of challenges, oh God, there are many, but not so much so that they take away from the rewards of what I do. I enjoy this work. These are good positions. I have the ability to impact the lives of a lot of people, but sometimes it gets challenging. It gets challenging in the sense that, in terms of my identities, when the way that I was raised and the modeling that I saw sometimes didn't comport with what I would encounter here. Example, in my community, I was taught to be honest, to be genuine, to express yourself freely with strong affect, to have a sense of humor, to joke around, to joke with people. And I had to make sure when I came here that I was I was doing that appropriately. I was expressing the products of my culture in an appropriate way with my colleagues. I didn't want to be seen as way different. I wanted to be myself, but I didn't want to offend people, step on their toes, or go beyond the appropriate boundaries. So sometimes that was a little challenging for me, particularly in meetings when we measure what we say. We just don't spout off things without giving some thought to what we say, and sometimes that required me to really restrain myself. A couple of other things in here in terms of how do others relate to your intersectional identities. I think this is the last bullet that we have here. I'm not sure that others do, to be honest with you. I'm not sure that it's deliberately, intentionally ignoring my identities, but I don't think that that's something, particularly my colleagues, and perhaps even my students. I'm not sure that's something that's within their realm of consciousness when they are interacting with me. That's not a good or bad thing necessarily, but that's just sort of the way that I see that. Occasionally I'll get a colleague that'll either stop by my office or we'll bump into each other in the hall and we'll say something about our own shared experiences where I see that they understand my intersectional identities here at the Grad School of Social Work. But that's here and there, and generally not common among my colleagues and myself. That was not as good as the other. I don't think.
I think